this is Patrick, and I realize that it has been a while since I posted a video, but that is all due to the recent changes on YouTube, and those changes drastically affect my channel. So if you want more information on that and all the details, please see the video that I will link to the end of this video. All right, so what's going on here now? These are all of the current projects I'm working on. And of course, I'm not actively working on all of them, but in a moment, I'll show you the ones that I am actively working on. Now, what I've been doing lately is whenever I receive a model, I'll go ahead and do prep work on it. And what I mean is if it needs to be sanded, if it needs some clay added to it, if it needs some gaps filled, if it needs to have certain parts attached to it, that's what I've been doing. In the past, what I was doing was once I received the model and it had a long wait time before I got started on it. And I know I'm running my mouth and I'm going to show you these up close in a moment. But what I would do is just put them in the box and let them sit up on the shelf. Or maybe I would just take them out of the box and set them up on the shelf. But I didn't do any prep work on them. What was going on was I was starting to lose some pieces. Some of the pieces would get broken. So what I've started doing, I guess you could say I semi-assemble them now so that the parts won't get lost. And so that's what we're looking at right now. I've actually started doing some paint work on some. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this, folks. This was previously a Spidey/Venom bus, but it's slowly becoming a Carnage bus. If you watched the channel before, you know the deal. I'm into Carnage, and most of the stuff I get gets Carnageized. And as you can see, this is going to be the absolute Carnage. Got a lot of work doing him. What we're looking at here is a mixture of epoxy clay and some air dry clay right there. I covered up the previous portrait on this. Let me see. Fill it with resin. All right, and some of these characters you may not be familiar with, but they will soon be characters from the many colored land. I will be customizing these. That one right there in blue. Let me see. The one right here. Got a lot of work to do on that one. And that's actually going to be a diorama of the Raven and this figure right here. And the orange guy back there also from the many colored land. All right, let's get back up to the Carnage stuff. This here is actually Toxin. And I recently attached some magnets to him. So the plastic is here so his head won't get stuck permanently to the body because there is some glue in there. Gluing the magnets on. Let me see. Okay, and this is the base for holding all of the portraits. As you can see, I use magnets on all of this, and those magnets are really tricky, but I'll talk more about that when I get into that project right there, or that video series. And that base right there, I think I did a good job on it. And again, I'll talk more about that when I get to that project, but I did make that base. I did not want my 3D guy to make the base that came with this because it was just too much going on with that base. And I really don't like bases that are too busy. That one was too busy. So I made my own base for that. Let me see. Okay, another Carnage figure here in front of Ravencroft, the place where all the bad guys hang out. This here was previously I was about to say Madam Web, a silk model right here. And it's slowly becoming a Scream figure. And I'm really proud of this base. It turned out better than I expected. I think I'm going to make that my thumbnail. Let me see, how can I get a good shot? Need something bright, colorful to get some attention on this video. Let me see. Okay, maybe that'll work. Maybe right there. That's nice. Let's see. Okay, we'll see. All right, and moving along. That is Venom in the background right there. And yes, that is blue. I'm trying something different. I think this is the first Venom model I've painted that I did not turn into a Carnage model or figure. But yep. Let me see. Moving right along. All right, and these two kind of go hand in hand. The little translucent one right there. And by the way, that is Carnage. I know it's hard to see it because of the translucency. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm going to put that in Dale's dictionary. Let's try to get close up. There we go. You can see him a little bit right there. And according to the maker of this STL for this model, that is, what is it, Ultimate? I think that's the Ultimate Carnage version. But what I am doing is using this as my reference. I am making an absolute or maybe a dark Carnage right here. You probably can't tell the similarities because of the translucency of this model, but that's mine and that's the original. And I'm not trying to do it exactly like that one, but I really fell in love with this one when I saw it right here, and I wanted to make my own version of it. And I'll probably be getting a bigger version of this one made once the 3D artist, not artist, but the person who made the STL, once she cuts it, I'll probably be trying to get a bigger one. I really like this thing. It's unusual, and I just like it for that reason. Okay, now, so again, I know this probably looks like something out of a Frankenstein movie, but it's going to come together, folks. I have a vision, and it looks really rough right now, but this was previously a xenomorph, and I went back and forth on whether I was going to actually keep the xenomorph model or if I was going to turn it into Carnage. I decided to Carnagize it. And speaking of that, when YouTube made these latest changes, I figured that there was no way I was going to be able to keep up with, I wasn't going to be able to keep up, period. And so instead of trying to do stuff for other folks, basically what I was trying to do, and you know, if you have an audience, you want to please the audience, but at this point, my channel is basically just a vanity project because I don't expect a lot of views, and YouTube took away a lot of my views because of their recent changes. And so right now I'm just doing things that I really like, things that I want to do. If my audience don't like them, I understand, but I'm just doing it for me right now. Okay, so much for that. Now, I have so much to say about this, but I'll be brief. All right, right here on the head, that's clay. You can see right there, I had to cut the end of the xenomorph's head off. And right now I'm trying to figure out the best way to make his head more round as opposed to being so long. Right now it's kind of long, so I'm trying to get an idea of how to shape it. That's what actually this is Play-Doh. Yeah, it's Play-Doh right here. And that's his original arm right there by the bag. I still want to use that in the future. So what I'm doing right here is I remolded this upper arm, and that's epoxy clay right there. And I'm not shaping it. Take two. This is not the final shape. This was just, I guess, like the skeleton. Inside of here, there's actually a wire. Speaking of skeleton, there's a wire, and I will be adding more clay and then shaping it into the arm. Right here is the blade. Let's pull out a little. That's the bladed arm right there. And all of the wires will become symbiotic, I guess, symbiotic arms. And I'm trying to incorporate right here. I'm trying to incorporate the alien xenomorph tail into this. I'm still unsure of exactly how I'm going to do it, but again, there's one right there. I want to use everything as much as possible. I want to try to use everything that came with the model. All right, folks, that's it for now. If you're interested in anything you see here, make sure you stay tuned. And let me see. Thumbnail. Let's see. Maybe right there. Okay, I'll get something out of this. Right there. I really like that base. Let's see, maybe right there. All right, folks, that's it for now. I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you are continuing to support the channel, I want to thank you for that also. Thank you. Bye. Man, I like the way that turned out.